35-30. Evansville minus 15.5 is going to be a free play for me today. Bradley just got a win. That's good enough for them. Let me see what the score was. 67-35. They shot 26%. An absolute drubbing. I think more of the same. I think Evansville throws an absolute fucking beat the fuck down to them. This was almost a client play for me, but I'm done sending 15 or more favorites on the road as client plays, but I'll be betting it. Oh, what a save. So that would be that. Let's move over to the NHL because I know you guys often like to talk about it. Fake fam tracker, Dayton and Ohio State. I'm not talking about Ohio State. I mentioned that Dayton briefly. I'll talk about that real quick. Take Dayton. How about that? We'll leave it at that. As far as the NHL, pretty big... a pretty big slate today. You get the Rangers going into New Jersey. The Rangers won 2 of their last 3, going out on the road after coming home for a game, swapping road home type things. New Jersey have lost 3 in a row. You look at prior meetings in this one. In New Jersey, I mean, we can look and say, okay, the Rangers are 7-1-0-2 in their last 10 against New Jersey. New Jersey has won 1 at home this year against them, but I like the Rangers to win this one. Obviously you got a great offense, 5th best offense in the Rangers going up against one of the best defenses in the land. They don't score. The Rangers don't score on the power play very often. They don't get on the power play very often. I think they get on the fewest in the league, fewest power plays in the league. But at the same time, New Jersey has the worst offense in the league. The least amount of shots on goal. But you'd think maybe the under, but I like the Rangers in this one. They've averaged over 3 goals a game against New Jersey in their last 10, so we'll take a shot with them. And this is the last day I'm going to just keep giving out that's going to be a free play anyway, so that's a free one. Another one that we'll talk about, we talked about this same team yesterday, Arizona, when they went into Washington coming to start their road trip on the East Coast. Never a good spot for them. Well, now, rather than getting a day off, they got to turn around and play a Tampa Bay team that I'll tell you what, I watched them play Pittsburgh over the weekend and listened to that. The coach had them in practice playing good, solid, physical, finish the body checks on each play type of hockey. And it translated into the games from practice. They went into Pittsburgh, played a great physical early game there where, early 12:30 start, tough spot, first game of a back-to-back, and they dominated. I mean, they won 4-2. We cashed big on that game. They turn around, go to Carolina the very next day on Sunday, a Carolina team that was playing very well, and they get another 4-2 win. Obviously the line is big in this one. I like my chances with Tampa Bay minus 1.5 in this one. I know Arizona's been playing some close games, and you look at these ones the last few times, the Tampa Bay won 2 years ago when Arizona came here. They won 7-3. The total goals Tampa Bay have scored against Arizona over the years here, 4-7, 3-3, 4-8, 3. Okay, so big numbers there. Even if they're up 1 late, I like my chances with this Tampa Bay team. The way they're playing physical against a team that's on the East Coast for the second night of a back-to-back. If they start getting banged around, they should fade out in the third. Worst case scenario, maybe we have to get an empty net. But I like my chances. I'll take my chances on plus 150 with that Tampa Bay team. Also, and you get in the backup with the Arizona goalie as well. You also get Bishop's not in net. I understand that for Tampa Bay. You don't have to tell me. I know he's not in net. But what's his name? What's his Daizuk? What the hell is his name? Let me look it up. I don't want to sound like an idiot pronouncing these names. Jesus. Valesky. You know who I'm talking about. It's basically, it's not their starter. Bishop's not playing. Either way, I still like it. Another one to look at today. And a spot that I always love to bet, regardless of the team, and I should have done it yesterday against the Bruins because they opened up at minus 200, first game back from a road trip, which is always considered basically a scheduled loss, if you will. You get Winnipeg and Dallas. Dallas comes in as a small road dog, a road favorite, excuse me. They've lost 3 in a row, and I believe they're 8-0 this year, or 8-0 in the last 3 years in this spot. You look at Winnipeg, finally coming back off of a 4-game road trip that did not go well. They won the first end of it against Edmonton, and then they lost the next 3, including, they had to go to Carolina, Tampa Bay, Florida. Now they're back home. First game back from an East Coast road trip where they got absolutely drubbed in. Against a hungry Dallas team that's just got embarrassed 2 games in a row defensively. Look for them over the weekend to really have been practicing defense and really taking it personally that they've let up 13 goals in the last 2 games. I look for a physical, dominating effort from this Dallas team out in Winnipeg against a team coming home from a road trip. I'll take my chances against the second best scoring team up against the 24th ranked defense in the league, right? The Dallas highest scoring team, 3rd in the league in shots per attempt. Winnipeg allows the most power plays. You look at this team on the power play, talking about Dallas, they're not that great, but they like going 5-on-5. But either way, at 130, I'll lay it. You look at the team total at 2.5, it's minus 150. I'll take my shot on the money line with them either way. The Islanders against Minnesota, and clients, we've been on this for quite some time now. I believe we've been involved in the last 4, 5, either 5 to 7. I got to look it up. The last 5 to 7 Minnesota games we've been involved in. We've cashed on all of them. They made that after the Boston game. They fired the coach. They bring in a new coach. They've won 4 in a row. They've scored 5 or more goals in every one of those games. The over has gone over in every game this month for them. They're scoring machines. They're playing with a lot of effort, and they're doing it against good teams. Coming off a huge win outside at the University of Michigan University of Minnesota against Chicago. That was a cool game. Now they got the Islanders coming in. I'll look at playing. The over 5 is minus 145 here. Okay, if you could play the team total at Minnesota, the Minnesota team total right now at 2.5 is like minus 125. I'll take my shots. This team's playing really well. They look well. I've watched them all. They play with great effort, great grit, real ballsy team. Getting back to the basics, doing just old-time good hockey. I like this team tonight. I'll take my chances on that team total as well. And that's it. There was another one. Was there another one I wanted to talk about? We went over to Tampa Bay, right? Dallas, the Rangers, Minnesota. So that sums up hockey for you in a nutshell. So that's that. And then as far as college basketball, we talked about some. The Evansville minus 15.5. I like the Kansas. Again, though, if I'm backing Kansas and I see Baylor up in the second half and there's a live line, I'm probably going to take my shot on the Baylor, considering they just don't blow second half leads. They don't. They haven't. They're 20-0. So that's that. Florida, team total under 70.5. That'll sum it up for college basketball as well. We talked about a few others. Now, again, I didn't get any guesses on who my number 1 first baseman is. So I guess no one's winning the client plays today for a week, right? Okay. And again, someone hit me up. We'll start with this. We'll go real quick before we cut out. My top 10 at first base. And again, guys, we got a couple more days here before we start breaking down one team at a time. And I'm going to incorporate it. I'm going to spend 20 minutes on the team. I'm going to have beat writers call in, people call in, and stuff like that to go over the team. And then we'll have our basic breakdown of the night's games and stuff like that also. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to start putting in some futures on the team totals. Those will be out soon on the client page. And we'll get going. We already have a couple futures that I sent out, but we're going to get the team totals out there and we're going to start rolling. Number 10, first baseman. Jose Abreu for the White Sox. Think he has a big year. We'll leave it at that. Capable of hitting 35, 40 home runs this year. Number 9, Eric Hosmer for the Royals. Also, just a solid player. If he stays healthy, he's going to be good. Number 8, Adrian Gonzalez, most consistent player that nobody really pays attention to. He's my number 8 first baseman over there in L.A. Number 7, Freddie Freeman. He's going to have to carry this team. He's going to get a lot of tough pitches to hit this year, but I like him in my number 7 spot. Number 6, Joey Votto of the Cincinnati. Same deal with him. Doesn't have the protection anymore around him in the lineup, but he's a good enough hitter where I think he'll still be able to produce at a high level. What was that? Number 6. I don't have it written down, obviously. I'm just going off the top. Edwin Encarnacion for your Toronto Blue Jays. If he stays healthy, he's going to have to play some outfield as well, too. There's a situation there where he'll have to fill in here and there, play some DH, but he's considered a first baseman in my book. Number 5. Number 5. Where was I going with this one? And no, I'm not going to put Chris Davis in this. Sorry. Number 5, Prince Fielder. All right, I think he has a monster season this year. Monster. 1 year removed, 2 years removed from his neck surgery. Showed some signs of life late. I'm going to have him at number 5. What might surprise some people here? Did they say number 5? How many did I do already? Jeez, let me count these. Sorry, I'm all backed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Number 3, Miguel Cabrera. As long as he stays healthy, he's the best hitter in baseball. Number 2, Anthony Rizzo for the Cubs. 40 home run season for him this year, I'm telling you. Number 1 first baseman of 2016, Paul Goldschmidt. Arizona Diamondbacks. 5-tool player. Great defense. He can hit. He can run. He can steal you a base, hit for power, do everything well. He is a true leader. He's also a good guy as far as role models for your kids. All that good stuff. Yes, Boston boy. DM me on Twitter. You are right. As things were getting cut out. But yes, you are right, Paul Goldschmidt. There it is. So that's that. But that'll do it. Jeff's show starting up in about 15 minutes. Listen in there. Clients, plays have been sent. Let's take a quick look at the college baseball scoreboard, if we shall. See if we get anything popping here recently. That starts at 5. Vandy starts in 15 minutes, so that's good. South Carolina didn't score in the first inning. Bastards. Mississippi State, Memphis, postponed. So now we got a minus 500 fucking line on South Carolina. Isn't that fantastic? Waste of money there. Hopefully that wins to get our money back. So 100 wins about $25 for South Carolina. Straight on the money line. Great. Hey, money's money though. So we'll see how it goes, right? Other than that, guys, that will do it for today. Tuesday, February, whatever it is. February almost done. February, we get an extra day to wait for March 1st. What's March 1st? March 1st is the first baseball lines up of the season will be on March 1st. Very excited about that. I already see the lines up on Scores and Odds, and I can't wait because I see some good spots already. I see a lot of people that are gonna fucking bet a certain side and probably get killed. But other than that, guys, we'll talk to you tomorrow. As always, Guppy Money, hit me up on Twitter. Free plays, MLB packages, all that good stuff. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.
Most incredible, baby. Yeah. I can't I see him coming down my